Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals and welcome back to my channel. I'm here for my budget video for April. So I have my budget planner, I have lots and lots of washi tapes, so these two are Simply Gilded, this one is a random one, that one's Fox and Cactus, this one's Planner Face, and this one and the kit are both Colourful & Co. At both Planner Face and Colourful & Co you can use Tilly10 to save 10% on your orders. I PR for Planner Face, so I get discount for promoting her stickers. Beth's just a friend, so she gives me a code. This is the kit here, that's what we are working with. Then I have my Payday and Bill Due Tinies, and then a load of full boxes all pulled out there. So that's what we're working with. Okay, so to start off with, let's have a little look through March. I only did one business transaction, not out of the business account, which was some artwork on Etsy. That's how our monthly spread ends up looking. Quite like it, it's cute. Then here is our sum up. We'll have a look a bit closer at this in a moment, but we'll go through the other pages first and what we actually spent. Here are the weekly check-ins. As you can see, it was not a good month. So let's go through what we actually spent. We didn't have that many no-spend days and it was an expensive one. So, mortgage came out, which was £1,400.75, that's what I'm trying to say. Patreon came out for £23.06 and my baked in subscription came out for £42. We paid our cleaner for the month, which was £220, and I bought a Mother's Day gift for £50 and 35p. We had a no spend on Wednesday and Thursday. On the Friday I had a McDonald's breakfast, which was £4.78. We got a takeaway, which was £40 and 30p. Our council tax for £311 came out, and our water bill for £108 energy and gas bill came out for £108.52. We paid our bank account, which was £2. On the Saturday, and this is where money spending goes up, we bought a new car for £6,200, which came out of our savings account. We bought diesel for £30. We bought car tax for the new car for £165. We did grocery shopping on the Sunday for £41.94. We bought my brother and his wife their wedding gift, which was last year, and also his 30th birthday, so we bought them a barbecue for basically £400. We also bought car insurance for the new car for £336 and 4p. On to the next week, we spent £6.68 at Sainsbury's, some groceries probably, bought some toiletries, a toner for £24 and 42p. We overpaid our energy and gas because we didn't want to be in debt to them for £287 and 25p. That was our outstanding balance, so we just paid it. We bought new filters for the car for £20 and 77p, so she bought a load of brewing stuff for £70 and 2p. We bought some cat food for £74 and 96p, but then we also got a refund of £10.50 there. We also went to Sainsbury's and spent £8.75. Thursday was our third no spend. Friday we spent £40 and 30p again at Jack's. We bought some cards on the Saturday for £12.99. Then we bought some diesel and petrol on the 14th, so I don't know why both. Anyway, for £56 and £10. We bought some floor cleaner for £6.99. Flowers for £20. We bought toiletries at Boots for £30 and 45p, and I spent £24 90p at Strawberry Line Designs. I've just realised this was petrol for Soch to get his car to sell it. That's why that is. So that's there. This week we spent £10 at 3, £60 on Soch's new cars, diesel. We paid our internet bill for £29.99, and we paid our lawyers from our house sale £2.40. Yeah. We bought pizza for £40 on the Wednesday. We bought a new greenhouse for £37.99. This is the other expensive thing. We bought a load of house stuff for £37.99 so we can grow some of our own fruit and veg. And so she bought a carbonation stone for £5.12. Thursday the 18th was our fourth no spend day. Then we spent £45 at B&Q. Don't really know on what. Social just did it. I think it was a water butt and some other stuff. Don't know. Spent £5 at Mind. We bought a budget kit for £9 and I spent £71.45 on various shops. So Planner Face, Colourful & Co, Little Friendly Designs and By Gem Designs. Saturday the 20th was our fifth no spend day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth no spend day. And then we did grocery shopping on the Sunday for £54 and 40p. On to the last full week of March. We So she bought another £6.90 of brewing stuff. I had a McDonald's breakfast again for a £5. Had our 6th no spend day. We paid our water bill for £49.79 and my phone bill for £20. 7th, no spend day on the 25th. 26th, I bought diesel for £56. On the 27th, I bought a gift for somebody for £13.10. I spent £18.30 on my Planner subscription, and we bought some flowers for £5.94. Don't remember who those flowers were for. Who knows? But that's what I've written. On the 28th, we bought some car bits for £13.44, and we had a McDonald's for £16.55. And then last few days, this is about obviously what we're about to set up. Last 3 days, so she bought some more brewing stuff, which is actually mostly out of April's budget, for £89.45. 30th was our last no spend day, so that makes us 8, I think. And Sainsbury's, we had our big grocery order for £175.73. So that is all of our spending for March. Yes, Nala. Yes, you are in heat. Anyway, so back to this page. So that worked out as, let's have a little look at this page. So utilities, we budgeted £2,070.89. We spent £2,176.51, so we were over by £96. So that was because we overpaid our Avro bill. We'd budgeted to overpay it, but not quite the amount we did. Direct debits, we budgeted £65.29. We only spent £48.36. I need to check why that is, because we had £16.93 left and we probably shouldn't have done. Household, we went over, so we budgeted £280. We spent £337.28 and we were over by £58. So that's because of the water butt and the greenhouse, basically. Going out, we budgeted £150. We spent £147.40 and we were left with £3.07. We were really good and got a McDonald's for our last date night rather than a proper takeaway, so that we didn't go over. I was quite pleased with that. Travel, we budgeted £200, we spent £212, so we're £12 over. We haven't changed that because we obviously bought some petrol for old car and some for new, so hopefully it'll be a bit more steady from now on. Groceries, we budgeted £300, we spent £287.50, so we were left with £12.50. Socians fund money, he spent £120, we had £120, we budgeted, he spent £171.49, so it was £51.49 over, so that £50 has come off next month. My fund money, I had more than him to start with because again I was under budget last month, so I had money rolling over. So I had £230 budgeted, I spent £96.35, so I had £133.65 left, so I rolled over £135. Other, we had budgeted £25, we spent £2.40, so we had £22.60 left. And sinking funds, we spent £1,099.36. Though that doesn't quite add up to this, but I'm just going to ignore it. Savings, we added just over £2,500 to our savings account, which was mostly because we sold a car. Like, we shouldn't have that much money left over, but we did, even though it was an expensive month. So we put £2,500 into savings. So half of it goes to the fully funded emergency fund, and a quarter goes to both the wedding and the guest bedroom. That's how we're working at the moment. When we've done the guest bedroom, I think we'll just focus on the fully funded and the wedding. But we want to fund the guest bedroom and actually buy the stuff for it in the next quarter. So yeah, anyway. Sinking funds. We didn't spend any rent meals because we can't see my parents. We paid our water bill, which wasn't very expensive, so we still have tons left in water. So we've got £141 left in that. House, we didn't buy anything, so we've got £71.78 left. Direct debit, we spent £42 on my baked-in subscription, so there's £48.45 rolling over. I think my Headspace comes out in May, so that's good. Cats, we spent £64.46. There's still £356 in there now, rolling over, but we're getting them spayed this month, so yeah. Car work, there's absolutely tons in. There is £1,003.69. Our MOTs are in August, so that's probably a little bit premature. We probably don't need this much, but we're going to leave it there, because actually both of our cars may have a problem currently that need to go into the shop, so we're just leaving it there. Car insurance, there's only £74.05 in. My car insurance is due in May, so I'm not sure this is going to cover it. Well, I know it's not going to cover it, so yeah, but that's because we bought an extra lot of insurance and we've been refunded, but we haven't actually put the refund back into here, so well, it's only £80 though, so I don't know. Work fees, planner, exercise, clothes, gifts, we didn't, toiletries, prescription and Patreon, we didn't spend anything. Again, prescription, we don't need to have this much because I'm not going to get a prepayment certificate this year, so I think we might stop adding to that soon. Toiletries we spent about half of, and gifts we went super over budget, so we're back in the negative in gifts, which is the constant problem. So yeah, that's how March turned out. Okay, so let's get on with April now. So we know that I like to pop a strip of, how do I do this? Do I put a strip of, we know I like to put a strip of washi across the top and down the side. So for across the top, I'm going to cut off that bit of extra. I should do the side one first actually, that's a lie. That's a lie, I don't want to do that. So I like to make this just torn off at the edge. That's just going to go right down there. I'll just cut it off somewhere there, because we're also going to do a strip across here, and I want that to, like, I'm going to cut that off where it meets the other strip in a second. So we'll rip that there and there. And then, how do I do this? How do I do this? I kind of want it to go under, but only like a really tiny amount. Or do I not? Do I not at all? Don't really know. I can't see my craft knife. Cool, so that's that. That's just to prettify the page, to be honest with you. And then we go through, and on the flags from the kit, I'm going to put in my bills. And my bills don't, I need to turn this page in half to fit things, I think. My bills, bills come out on different days on different months, and I still have not like quite got my head around how they work these things. So I kind of put them in as an estimate of when they come out, so that I vaguely know that they're going to come out on this day or that day. But these dates aren't 100%, and as you'll see, like it's better to have something in, is my figuring, than nothing at all. So I just put them in and we go from there. And I have quite a lot of days where 2 bills come out on one day and then none for half the month. Like a lot of the month I don't have any bills, and then a lot of my bills come out on the same days. So that's kind of a thing, isn't it? On the 27th, it's not only a bill due, but it's also a payday. So I want to actually put the payday in at the bottom and the bill due above it. And the other payday is the 28th, so let's put that in there as well. So that's the first side. So then our last couple of bills are for 16 and 25. Again, I don't think these Sunday bills will actually come out on a Sunday, but yeah, that's what it is. So the 4th is we pay £2 for our bank account, but we get £5 cash back for using our bank account. So that's why we do that. The 16th is our internet bill, and the 25th is my phone bill. There. Then on the other side, the 1st is our Patreon subscription, and also our mortgage is paid on the 1st of the month, which I quite like, to be fair. Means that the big bill comes out, both big bills come out in the first week, because our other big bill is our council tax, which is on the 5th, and also our energy bill is on the 5th as well. The 15th is Soch's phone bill there, and then 19th we give some money to charity, and also YouTube Premium comes out there. Then the 27th is my Planner Face subscription kit, and then the last 2 are paydays. Oops, if I can actually peel the sticker up, it would be good, wouldn't it? So, I ripped that one. I'm going to use another one just because, why not? These are oops, that's why I'm using them. I only really use my own oops stickers, but that's fine. So then the 2 paydays as well. And the last thing I want to do is I want to mark in, just cover up these days that aren't in the month, like that. When I come and write in, I will write in which bills these are, but that's it for stickering of that page. Let's go back on to this page for now, and this is where I do my I basically have a transaction log for business expenses. The idea is just that if I write them down here, it makes my business accounts so much easier to do. So if they don't come out of the business account, they go on this page here. So I then use, for this, I use the transaction log that comes in the kit. It also is another way to use some of the more of the stickers, because there's quite a lot of bits that I don't use in here. So all I do is put the transaction log and then the title at the top, and then at the bottom I put the total. I don't actually use the totals bar, but it's there, so I might as well include it in the spread. And then I'm just going to rip off the washi to line up with the end of the bars is the idea. I've not done that very centered, but oh well, it's fine. So that's it for that page really. I knew I'd lost a flag somewhere, it's there. Cool, so that's that page. So next let's move on to this page. So on here we have my budget and also my savings tracker. So monthly budget goes up at the top like that, and then we have income. For income I always leave 3 streams of income, so I leave one for each of our like regular paydays, and then I leave a extra one for any bonus amounts that we get in. So for example, this month we got the payment for Sosha's old car in. So that would go, will have gone. I've not written it in at the moment, but it will have gone in the 3rd category. Then expenses, as you well know if you've been watching my videos for a while, I have 10 expenses categories. So I just leave 10 gaps for that. And then this is where we have to do some wrangling. So the savings we are currently saving, we always try and have 3 things that we are putting savings towards at the moment. So I want to leave 3 gaps for that. And then that just leaves us with this awkward tiny bit of space, so we just fill in that with a glitter header. And the reason I do that is because it splits up the things that are expense. So like income, it just splits it up nicer because these are like set, whereas this is variable depending how much we have left. So that's the first page. Then this side we do our sinking funds. And so because I now have less sinking funds categories than I used to, I do a strip of washi at the top and bottom of this page. Hello Kiara, you alright darling? You just come to see me? So that's there. And then I can never remember how this fits best. So we have 16 budget categories. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this totals header so that it finishes on that last dotted line, and then we're going to count 16 boxes up. So then at the top we have these we have these 3 layers, 3, what's the word am I looking for? Lines, that's the one, to cover. So I just put the category header down, and then the sinking fund header squidges right up against that and covers some of the glitter header. And that is it for our sinking funds page as well. We are flying through this today. I don't know why it's so speedy. I'm not really sure I quite understand. Cool, so that's it for that page. So that's the double page spread. I'm loving how pinky burbly, particularly how purpley this page is. Oh, bugger. Well, I screwed up here. This should all be on this page. And whilst I could peel it all up, I'm just going to do my weekly check-ins before the spread, because that's what makes the most sense, because I don't want to peel everything up. It's fine. So weekly check-ins, I basically just put the headers down with 10 spaces between each header, and it works beautifully. That's just how we roll. That is how we rolling. Rolling on a river. I'm in a really weird mood today, I'm sorry. I'm not that sorry, because you know you come to my channel and want to watch me, so yeah. So after that first category sticker, I do just count in down like 10 lines and then attempt to get another header in straight afterwards. They're not always straight, but it's fine. We just make it work. We work with it. I really don't know why I'm in such a weird mood. I do apologise. I'm just like singing everything. No, I mean, not proper singing, like just casual. Not trying singing. I don't think I've ever put proper singing of me on the internet. Because no, I don't have the energy for that. So that's there. Do I need to cut off that washi strip? I think I probably do. I think it will probably get gunky and horrid. It's like the tiniest strip ever though that I'm cutting off. I'm a little bit annoyed I've put these the wrong way around, but I really don't want to peel everything up, so we're just working with it. So that is it for the weekly check-ins as well. So for these front gump, we have a transaction log, we have my monthly spread with the bill dues, we have the weekly check-ins, and we have the budget and the sinking funds. So last but not least, we have these weekly spreads. So I didn't pull out any habit trackers. Let's grab some habit trackers. Here. So what I do with these is, I need to be able to get to my stickers. This is not helpful to me. Is I basically, and I'm going to talk you through this first one and then speed up for the rest. Though if you've seen my videos before, you know what's coming. I put a habit tracker at the bottom. Above that, I line up a full box to fill in the page, and then across the bottom I get a washi tape, and I do choose the washi tapes in advance so I know which is going with which, and just pop that in, not neatly, ripped edges, less ripped than that normally, but this is an old washi tape and washi doesn't last forever. Across both the bottom pages, and that's it really, and that's just all ready to set up my week. So I'm just going to go through and do that for all 5 weeks that are in the April section of this planner. So the full boxes I use for this are just ones that have come on freebies generally. They're whatever I can find in the colour scheme I'm going for that month. I basically keep all my when I get freebies, I keep all the full boxes that are on them, and they just go in straight into this spread, these spreads, and I kind of love how they come together. And I don't know what I'm going to do, because eventually I'm going to run out of full boxes. Then I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll get like a strawberry, like some a la carte full boxes or something, and use those for a month. I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to that point. Who knows? I'm using a purple. April is my birthday month, which is why I'm using a purple spread, because purple is one of my favourite colours. And on my birthday week, which is the one I'm sticking down at this point, I don't know whether you're kind of actually where I'm up to in my speedy uppy. I used a happy birthday box for the week of my birthday, because if you can't celebrate your birthday in your planner, when can you celebrate your birthday? Where can you celebrate your birthday? All of the planners are going to be birthday that week, probably at least, unless I find a kit I like more that isn't birthday themed. That's always a possibility as well, to be fair. At the moment I have a Scribble Prince Co birthday kit for this week in my main planners, but I don't know whether I'll use that or not. Okie doke, so that is all the weeks done. So let's just have a flick through those. So this box is from Colourful & Co. All the habit trackers are from Planner Face. This one is Josephine Bow Designs. This one is Planner Face. This one is Planner Face with an old Colourful & Co. overlay on. And this one I don't know where it came from, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's it for those. So what I'm going to do now is speed up and write everything in. Okay, so whilst I'm writing everything in, etc., I am just going to go over a couple of things. The first is like my number one tip for starting budgeting, and that is basically to track your spending. I've talked about this a little bit before, but the first thing I did was track my spending, because without tracking your spending, you don't know where your money is going. And if you don't know where your money is going, how on earth are you meant to set a realistic budget? And once you've tracked your spending for a certain amount of time, you could do it by going back, or you can just start from one day. Personally, I start from one day because going back and looking at your spending is quite hard. And for me, the act of tracking cut down how much I was spending. And that was good, because I realised that if I had to write it down, did I really want to buy that? And the answer is sometimes no, and the answer was sometimes yes. But once I'd done that tracking, I then looked at my budget and looked at what was realistic to spend on what, and how much things actually cost and how much I was actually spending on things. And then when I wanted to cut down on some categories, I worked on that. So if I was spending, I don't know, X amount, let's say £200 on planner supplies, and I wanted that to get that down to 100. If you drop yourself immediately to 100, it's never going to happen. These are fake numbers. I think maybe like Black Friday weekend I've maybe spent £200 on planner supplies, but as you know, I currently budget myself £100, fun money, full stop, and don't spend it regularly. But the point is, these are made up numbers, but the point is still that once you've got what you know you're spending and what you want to go to, you cannot just suddenly jump from loads of spending to nothing. You need to cut yourself down and work out how you're going to survive on that, or how you're going to be able to do your hobbies on that smaller amount of money. Because like planning is such an expensive hobby, and yes, you can do it on the cheap. You can get things more easily. However, like you can buy in D-stashes and things, there are ways to get things cheaper. But if you're used to always buying from shops, that's a big change, and you need to give yourself time to adjust. And I don't know about you guys, but I actually don't buy from D-stashes very much anymore, because I find I just buy things I don't really need and I don't really want, because there's that if I don't get it now, it's going to be gone mentality. So actually I found cutting out the D-stashes saved my planner budget more than anything. But when I first started planning, I did buy mostly from D-stashes. And my other top tip is be prepared for one-off big spends. So things like, I don't know, I pay my car insurance in full every year. I know lots of people don't, and I know lots of people pay it monthly. I buy my phone outright. The way I can do that is I put money aside for those things. I know my car insurance is coming in May. So if I want to pay it in full, I need to have money set aside for that. And you'll notice in this video, I have had minus amounts in my sinking funds. I'm going to pay that back, but how can I have minus amounts in my sinking funds? Well, because that money is all in the same bank account. So when I overspend in one, it's essentially borrowing from another until I pay it back. So once you've got that little buffer of money in your spending money, you can do that. You can borrow from other sinking funds categories and then pay it back later. But if you're constantly, like, if your car insurance, every year you have to borrow quite a lot and then pay it back, you need to increase your car insurance budget. Because you shouldn't constantly the aim should be to keep those. So after you've had, if it's an annual spend, after you've had that annual spend, the aim should be for it to be zero. That doesn't always work though. Particularly like if you're like me and budgeting with a partner. So mine and Soji's car insurance is due at different times. So it will never be zero, because they're not 6 months apart exactly, and they're not exactly the same cost. But that's fine. We'll get there. So yeah, there are just 2 tips for today. If you have anything you want me to talk about during these little segments, let me know, and I will do my best to talk about it next month, because I just make this up and decide what I think I would find helpful to hear. So yeah, let me know if you want me to talk about anything specific in these videos. Okay, so that is everything done. So we've got transaction log, which is for business transactions. We've got a month at a glance. I did just move this payday flag because Social gets paid on the last working day of the month we've established. Weekly check-ins, which should be next, but they're here, with the starting amounts there. We've got monthly budget, so income, expenditure and savings. I've not put the goal in this month, but yeah. Sinking funds there. We've got the start and the added amount in. And then we're on to our weeks. So obviously this has changed since you last saw it. So they are our 5 weeks. I've missed one. No, they are the 5 weeks of April. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. Comment, like down below what you thought. How is your monthly budgets going? How was February, March? It was a bad month for us. I hope it wasn't quite as bad for you. Let me know down below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!